COVID cases on the mainland continue to surge as the National Health Commission halts publishing daily COVID data. Neighbouring Macau could also see COVID cases peak next week. Macy Mock reports.
Hong Kong reported 21,255 new COVID cases today, marking the third consecutive day when new cases have surpassed 20,000. 50 more people infected with COVID died today. Due to the rise in cases at residential care homes, several halls at the Asia World Expo are converted into holding centers to treat elderly people infected with the virus and people with disabilities who are asymptomatic or have mild symptoms. The two exhibition halls can accommodate 540 beds. New COVID infections in China dropped significantly as only 2,983 cases were reported throughout the country yesterday. And for the fifth day in a row, there have been no COVID-related deaths. This comes after the National Health Commission stopped publishing daily COVID data starting today, as infections have exploded in the wake of an abrupt easing of tough restrictions. The task will now be handled by the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Authorities in the eastern province of Zhejiang reported that recent COVID infections had exceeded 1 million cases per day, which is far from the roughly 2,000 cases reported by the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Officials expect roughly 2 million people will get infected in the province at the peak of the current wave, which should come soon. The World Health Organization has received no data from China since Beijing eased restrictions. The organization says the sheer volume of cases and the size of the country would make it very difficult to derive an approximate figure on a daily basis. Meanwhile, a researcher from the Chinese university projected roughly 120,000 to 160,000 people in Macau have been infected with COVID till yesterday, slightly higher than the government's estimate. Macau's chief executive Ho Lat-Sang visited a local hospital to encourage the staff to protect themselves and battle through the peak season. Macy Mock, HKIBC.